Welcome to chrislinford.co.uk Get Going Guides. This tutorial will be about making some special effects to an image inside Freeway. So again, you don't need to go into Photoshop to make changes. So I've got an image on the screen here, so we're going to select that, and we've looked at border effects and things that can happen around an image before. But to make changes to this image, we're going to start to introduce an element called actions. Actions are additional pieces of software that Freeway uses to enhance the products that you're making or to add special effects. A useful one, if you're running a photo library, is to have a watermark over an image so that if people download it from you, then it's got your information on there. You'd want to make an image for that, but I'm just going to use a basic one for it. But to add these special effects actions, we just go to the item menu and we go down to actions, and then these are all different things we can do with the images. So these are all we want to make into a duotone or solarize it, but we're going to add a watermark, and what happens is a watermark icon appears here. Now to control the action, we need the actions window open. So here it says that we're using the watermark action, and we need to select an image that we want to overlay for it. So I'm going to use my new banner, just put that over the top and see what happens, and you can see then that it's got a image embedded over the top, and I can change the opacity of that as well there, so, and I can have it centered or aligned in different ways. So I've instantly made a change to this image via an action, but we can add more than one action. So if we go to actions again, we can try something else. So what I want to do is to try and blur this a little bit. So again, if we go to the actions window, you can click on the action you want, and then it tells you what kind of blur you want on it, and it can blur the whole image, and you can do it separately, and you can have different kinds of blur as well. So catch up, square ones, but Gaussian is normally the one you want to use on that. If you don't want to use an action, you don't like it, you can hit the cross button and just get rid of it, and you're back to normal. So also, if you're in the actions window, you can add more actions here. Up come all the actions that are available for this. So say we want to have a linear blur. I click on that, up comes there, and then we can sort of blur it as if something's moving across quite fast. So we apply actions to it for various effects, and then we can preview it in the browser and see what it looks like, and Freeway will do all the processing for it when it renders it. And we can go back and change our mind. So we'll get the actions window open again, and what we're going to do is we're going to add a chroma key element, and this will enable us to find white, and we want it to find some black as well, so it gives you a range of options there. And let's add another one, so let's turn it into a duotone, so it becomes a couple of colours. So what do we want it? If we don't want it black and white, if we want it black and sepia, so it looks a bit old, we can choose a sepia colour here, click OK, and then we might want to add a black to make it tritone. Or maybe not. So again, if you don't like it, you can just go back and change it again. So there are actions you can have within your Freeway document, and you can preview them and you can play around with them without having to go into any other piece of software to create it, so you can do it on the fly in Freeway, and you can change the size of it and import another picture into it instead of that one. So it's very easy to use actions. You just click on the item menu and go down to actions, and you're done. So visit me at www.chrislinford.co.uk, or you can find me on iTunes or YouTube.